Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes, welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin products from our online shop. Do use the current host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com to receive a handmade card from us the following month, or any extra gifts if your order qualifies in the form of free packs of gems or pearls, as well as exclusive tutorial bundles designed by the Stampin' Glam Squad and the Global Creative Project, which is a PDF and video tutorial bundle. We put out a couple of live streams throughout the week on Wednesdays and Sundays, so if you are enjoying what you see, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing to our channel for more Stampin' Up card making and papercraft inspiration. We also do a random draw for the projects that we create. If you pop in a comment, you'll be automatically be put into the random draw. So say hello. If you are watching a replay, pop in a comment and you'll be put into the random draw next live stream. So before we do the random draw for this card, which I created on Wednesday using the expressions in ink suite, we'll say hello to those of you.
Yes, there's only 20 of you in there at the moment for that draw, so get a comment in quickly on Wednesday's video.
Yes. Did you do the link in the chat?
I didn't, no.
Okay,
so that's fine.
Cool. So we have Connie, Karen, and Sandra, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Welcome back. Lisa. Hello. Krista. Linda Anscombe. Judy, Karen, Duffy, Gian, Monica, Linda Van Gesto, and Sherry. Hi, Sherry. And yes,
that's it. There we go.
Yes.
No, that's it. Thank you all for joining us. So good. So Mandy, don't listen if you don't pay any attention to Jay's email where it said add 10 for me because I got a big fat 0. Thank you very much.
Didn't Barry get 10 last time?
No. So good. All right. So we are going to pick a winner for this one. You've got me creating tonight, and I'm going to be playing with the artistically inked stamp set once again. So this one right here. So I'm going to be making 2 cards for you this evening. So that's what we're going to be playing. But we're going to give away the card which Jay made now on Wednesday.
Yes.
And hopefully you'll be one of the lucky winners. And so let's go over to that, and then we will then go straight down, camera down, to look at what I'm going to create for you tonight. So let's bring that over.
Cool. I'll just refresh that one. Ooh, 2 more. Fingers crossed. Paula, wow, again.
Excellent.
Cool.
So a nice big long comment there. So
using up scraps and seeing how to use them in cards. Cool.
Yes, and like Tommy at the end. So
yes.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Paula.
Yes, congratulations, Paula. Email us on... Oh, I thought you were going to do that.
Oh, no, that one there. Yes.
There we go. So, yes, email at us at barrynj@mitosocrafts.com and let us know your details again, please, and if you'd love to receive the card.
Yes, and we will pop that in the post to you as soon as possible. So good. So let's go camera down, and you can see
we had a few people that joined us as well in between. So hi Sandra, Heather, Brenda, Caroline, Julie, Denise, Kathy, Sandra BL, Hermelinda, and yes, I think that's everyone.
Excellent. I do apologise if we missed anyone, but yes, thank you very much. But if you have left a comment there, you are automatically already entered into tonight's draw. So so that's good. So, but if you want to win, once you add, but you were already Jay would add the names manually, and you are in for tonight's draw to win the first card I make this evening. So this is your card, Paula. This one is working its way to you as soon as you send us your details and your address, and we'll pop it in the post. So good. So I'm going to be, as mentioned, I'm going to be playing with the artistically inked stamp set again right here. And I'm going to be kind of creating my own for the first card. I'm going to be creating my own background. create kind of my own DSP, I suppose. I suppose this first card, if you didn't want to do this, you could quite easily just use some designer series paper to do that, which is fine if you're looking for a quick and simple card. But sometimes we still want to play, and as lovely as designer series paper is, we still want to do some stamping and feel like we're crafting a little bit more. So I'm gonna pretend that we've used up all of our lovely designer series paper, and I now want to create my own. I will be using some scraps of the designer series paper though, just as a little bit to go in. So I have got myself some basic white thick cardstock and some regular basic white here as well. I'm going to be using the Thanks sentiment, and I'm going to be using this flower, these leaves, and the little one right here. Maybe the tiny one. I'll get that ready. So grab a block. One stamp I thought I would use a lot would be this one here, and I actually haven't, which has surprised me.
Which one?
The that
oh yeah, I like using that one myself.
Yeah, I thought I would use it a lot, but I actually haven't, so which has surprised me. But yeah, so that's that. I'm going to take my thick, and I am just going to create my card base. So I've already cut this down to 14.6, which is 5 3/4, and I'm going to score this at 10.5 centimeters, which is 4 1/4. So that's that one there, and that's my card base. And I probably shouldn't have folded that just yet. That's fine. So I won't bone fold that just yet, because what I want to do is I have got some of this, which is the Scotch removable tape. You can get this quite easily online. We purchased ours from Amazon. Well, this one we didn't, but you can get it off of Amazon. I know you can in the UK anyway. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a barrier here, just so. Actually, I do need to do it this way, so I do need to fold it. Just so I don't stamp, I'm going to create a natural line and just use removable tape. So I'm going to position that. I needed to give myself a bigger piece. That's the one. And I'm just going to position that like that. Now what I do need to do is I need to grab myself some grid paper. So I've got some very messy grid paper, but it will still do the job because it's got lines on it. And what I should really do on this is to make sure that I have got the removable tape straight. I'm going to line this up using my grid paper here. As long as I've got it down on 2 sides, then what I can do is I can then just make sure, I just need to bring this a little bit closer to me so I can see over. Just make sure that I pop it on the line this side, and then it meets the other side as well. And then that way I know that I'm going to have as straight as possible rather than eyeballing it. And if you do it on a bit of scrap paper, because I'm going to be stamping over the edges as well, it means I can stamp comfortably without getting my table dirty. Okay, so just a little tip there for you. Removable tape, this is the one which I have used. But yeah, we've got some, I know we've got some low tack masking tape as well. Even though it is low tack, it still does sometimes tear the paper. And this may as well, it's not too bad on this one because I'm not putting it through a die cutter machine, but this still could damage the paper if you're running it through the machine as well. So just be careful, but I find that this is the best one I've found so far. So good. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to be stamping in the in colours. So I've got them all, but I'm not going to be using, I think the only one I'm not going to be using probably is Evening Evergreen because it's a little bit too dark for this particular card. I like Evening Evergreen for the sentiment, so I probably will use that for the sentiment, but I'm going to be using these ones right here. So Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, Soft Succulent and Pale Papaya is what I'm going to use first. And all I'm going to do is I am just going to go around. I'm going to probably do a mixture of flowers on this one. So I've got those two out. I'm going to grab myself my Stampin' scrub as well, just so I can clean in between. And I'm going to now just go around, so I'm going to grab myself some fresh freesia, and I am just going to get that nice and inky, and I'm going to stamp down. So I'm stamping onto the card, I'm stamping off of the card, and I'm stamping onto the actual removable tape as well. I'm pushing down quite firmly, and then that's going to come up there. When we come to remove this removable tape, then it will create the line. Be careful though, because if you are using the removable tape, it will stay wet on the removable tape. Can you see it there? It's still shiny and wet, so you do want to make sure you don't smudge that. So just be aware that it is going to stay wet on your tape. So good, so I'm going to go around and do that, and I'm going to just do probably a couple more. So this is kind of where I kind of need to actually do this as I go. So I'm going to have my soft succulent, and I am going to then add these bits in between. Like this. And then I can then...
Cara said hello to the scrubber.
Then like that. And then I can then tack these on in between, almost like they are attached to the flower. I'd show you the original, and see, I was a bit more random with the original. Whereas I'm trying to just think about my placing just a little bit more on this one with the flowers. So like that. And I tend to, you can probably see what I'm doing, is I try to, if I remember to, is try and pop it, when I've got lots of stamps out and I'm using the same colour for everyone, try and pop the stamp back on, just gently rest it on top of it, because what I have nearly done is, I know I didn't, when I picked it up I nearly went from this one and I actually nearly popped into this one, and it's when you're going to get your cross contamination. So I just tend to, if I'm working with lots and I know I'm not going to be changing colours, then I will keep the stamp over here, just so you try not to, you minimise the risk basically. See, I've just done it there. Then if I do that, so we go here. And don't be scared with having them overlap a little bit as well. There we go, down like that. And what I think I may do is,
Do you need something?
No, I don't. No, don't need nothing at all. Shush now. I'm quite liking this actually with just this one colour. Do I?
I thought you were going to do it in pale papaya.
I was going to do it in pale papaya, and then I picked up fresh freesia and did it that way. Because on my prototype I've done these flowers already in this colour. I thought, oh, Jason, do it in pale papaya, but I forgot. So we will do some pale papaya, but I'm going to add, I think I'm going to use only 2 colours today, and I'm going to go with some, going to go with pale papaya in the middle to kind of fill some of these gaps up here. And we go round, and that's it. And we can kind of like go over the top a little bit on things. Do I want to add that one in? Ooh, maybe a little bit over here, just coming in just a little bit. And then I think what I want to do is I just want to then fill in, put a few more of the smaller green ones, so this one right here, into some places. Just to fill up some of those gaps in between. Like this. Sorry?
I said another leaf.
Yes, I think you're way behind me. I'm doing another leaf.
I'm not.
Yeah, we go there. Okay. So that's that. I'm not going to pop any magenta madness. I mean polished pink into this. I'm going to keep this one just the 3 colours here. So that's that. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to grab my scrub and just clean these off just a little bit. Just so that they are ready and I don't accidentally put my finger in them. Good, alright. So what I can do now is I can carefully take this off here. Remember, the ink is still going to be wet on the removable tape, so just be very careful with this and then pop it in the bin. And then just gently peel this off, and then you'll get yourself a nice crisp line going across your card. So it's kind of how you've now decorated your own background there and making your own DSP. I'm going to pop that in the bin because it's wet, so I don't want to be using that again. And there we have it. That looks, I'm quite happy with that one there. I think it looks better without the polished pink in it as well.
Yeah,
I will show it.
Leave it like that.
Yeah. I will show you at the end once I've completed that, the one with the polished pink in it, and yeah, I think it just is better. Less is more on this particular one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab myself some of this designer series paper. So I'm going to be using some of the scraps. I just now need to decide what scrap I want to use. So I'm going to grab a couple of these pieces out here. And I'm going to grab a bit of black cardstock. I'll pop those away. Alright, so we'll be using those for the second card. And what I want to do is I want to create myself a little tiny strip is what I'm going to use.
What is the
Actually,
can you just show again, please?
Sorry.
What's the tape called?
The tape is the Scotch removable tape, this one right here. So it's when I've brought it, I've recently purchased this online. I bought some for Mum, and it didn't say matte finish, but it just said a removable tape Scotch, and I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same thing. So yes, have a little. I'll pop it there whilst I'm getting my paper out. I was going to use black, but I may actually use some Evening Evergreen. So I've got my Evening Evergreen card and I'm taking a scrap of that. Okay, got that. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself a tiny bit off. So I need to just take this down to, and I mean I'm probably going to take only maybe 1 centimetre off, which is 3/8 of an inch. And I'm going to take this to, I've just realised my other card I've done slightly different. I've actually done this straight onto the card base, whereas I actually, on my prototype, I did it on another piece of Whisper White. So again, it's going to look completely different as well. So I'm going to need to take this to 10.5, which is the width of my card. So basically I want to add a break in here, like that. So that may just work quite nicely with some of the Evening Evergreen, just to break it. What we could do maybe as well is add a very thin layer of some designer series paper. So maybe that one, just to give it a break, but I will cut this down thinner. I think that is too competes too much. And that might maybe on my original I have got this one right here. Let's see, that green there might work quite nicely as well. All decisions. Let's have a little look at this one here and see how this works out. And we will make a decision whether I just want to leave it as the evening evergreen or whether or not I'm going to take this to, with some of the designer series papers, I'm going to take this to 10.5 centimeters again, so the same thickness. So again, this is a good way of using up some of your scraps doing this. Thank you very much, Mandy.
Oh wow, thank you, Mandy. Amazing.
And if you're wondering what I'm just doing there, is we've obviously this is the pattern which we've been using a lot recently. So obviously when we cut it this way, and you may notice that sometimes when you do that, obviously the blade pushes the paper down, so you get like a little ridge on here. If you do that, and it's that side you want to use, just grab yourself your bone folder and you can kind of just flatten out that ridge a little bit so it doesn't look. It just smooths it out a little bit. So if you do get that new cut ridge and it annoys you, then just cut it down. Just use your bone folder to cut it down. So I'm going to take this down to 1 centimeter again as well, like that. Try and get this as best as I can. So I just wanted a little bit of a break on this, and because I've got the greens in here as well, that can go over like this, and that can go like that there. So what do you want? Do you think we should just leave it as evening evergreen, or evening evergreen with a hint of, with some designer series paper? I am going to pop this up onto some dimensionals, I think, on this as well, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment over the top here. Does it look? I personally think sometimes it might actually look better that way, but it might be a little bit too intense, so it may actually work out better.
Why don't you put it underneath the evening evergreen, and then have the evening evergreen
have the evening evergreen. What you mean, like that?
Yeah.
So it's more of a, so it's the other way round. Actually, yeah, that might work better. Just gives the break. I think that works quite nicely, like that there. Good. Oh, we've got Just Evening Evergreen, 2 of them from Denise. Just Evergreen from Monica. Just Evening Evergreen. I think Just Evening Evergreen. Or what about the second combination? What about this one round here? The Evening Evergreen on top. So at the moment, I think we are winning with Just Evening Evergreen. I think works that way.
Yeah. Ducky, Deborah, Mandy, Janice.
Good. All right. I'll just let you catch up just a little bit. Oh, Mandy's saying fab idea. So I think we're now getting the agreement that we.
Oh wow! Thank you, Mandy.
We are now getting the. I think we are getting the second option. So I think the Evening Evergreen on top, with a hint of designer series paper coming back. So good. I'm going to go with that one there. So thank you very much, Joe. So all I'm going to do on this, I'm just going to pop myself just a thin layer of glue just along the edge right here. Just enough so that the Evening Evergreen can stick to it.
Sorry, my feed is going slow.
So we've got that. Yeah, I think you've all changed your mind. So we've got, this is a combo which we've gone for right there. And then what I'm going to do is I will then pop this on with some dimensionals onto this here. And then that just, if you, because obviously I know I've done it, it's still a little bit fuzzy. It's not a crisp line, but it just helps give me a guide. And then I can then, if you would need to cover it up, then at least you've got something you can use. So some dimensionals here. I'm going to go with 4 dimensionals. And one over this one right here. So good. So that's that. Now, like I said at the beginning, you could do this and you could then cut the layers down a little bit and you could then use this as being designer series paper. And then we're just going to cover up that join, attach that like so, and there we have it. So that's that one right there. Now all I'm going to do to finish this up is I am going to stamp the sentiment, but I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the thanks here. What do I want to do to change the sentiment up here? I'm going to go with thanks because it's a nice big bold sentiment. I'm going to pop that here, and then I will finish up with some of the ephemera pack elements. Ephemera. Some of those gold bits. I'm gonna finish up with some of those gold bits. I don't think it's a word we use much here. Is it just us that doesn't not understand? Never really heard of that word. Or is it? Because we were over with my parents today for Father's Day, and I asked my sister and my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law's very intelligent when it comes to reading. Mum, you're probably laughing now. And he'd never heard of it as well, so, or struggled to pronounce it, so yes.
They said it the same as we did.
They did. Ephemera. No, what is it again? See. Ephemera. So I'm now just going to be stamping the thanks up here with the evening evergreen, and I'm now just going to eyeball this, and I am going to pop that down. Just need to stand up a moment.
Krista was telling me her surname
Uh-huh.
yesterday, and it's not how it's spelled.
Is it not?
I won't say it on here. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I was just like, what?
And then we've got the coordinating one right here. Alright. I will grab the ephemera. No. I can't even say it. What is it? The ephemera. I don't even know where I put the thing now. Right here. I'm just going to grab the ephemera pack again.
Yay.
And I'm going to hopefully Jay has left me some gems in here.
I haven't been using the sequins.
So I'm going to take the sequins out of this, and I am going to grab my take your pick tool, and I'm going to pop the putty end in. I will be using my brush. Not a word I've ever used. Okay, I've heard it before but never really used it until now. Okay, thank you, Mandy. At least you're on my side as well. I can't pronounce it. Ephemera. Oh.
Yeah, that's correct.
Ephemera. It's going to haunt me, this. And I'm just going to add some of these around these little sequins just in this white area up the top here, because they stand out quite nicely on this white area. That one's...
Oh, that's a good Janet M put it on the thing, on the chat, how to pronounce it.
pronounce FM era. Okay, I think that's kind of how Krista has told us to pronounce it as well. I just got to remember FM era.
Betty and Heather, gold bits. I like gold bits.
Gold bits. I'm just going to call it my pack of gold bits. You all know what I'm saying when I say my pack of gold bits, won't you? Okay, so I'm going to pop my ephemera pack away, which is going to give me nightmares tonight. And there we have got card number 1 for you right here. You could do all sorts. You could, if you wanted to, you could get some splatting going on here if you want to. And that there is card number 1. I'm going to show you card number 1 in my prototype, which was that one right there. Okay, so it has been changed slightly. I did cut the layer down on this, and I did it on a layer. I used some different designer series paper, and I used a black layer going on here, but I stamped in Evening Evergreen. On my second one, you can see obviously we've done the whole card, which I actually think looks better. I've used Evening Evergreen to match with the sentiment right there, and that there is card number 1. I actually think I prefer card number 1. It's kind of why I like to do a prototype off camera first, so I can see where it is, and it gives me something to aim towards and go, that's what I would change. Jay's very good at doing it on the fly. I'm not very good at doing it on the fly. I need to do it, and then I need to change it and adapt it as I go. So what do you think? Do you get the thumbs up? I hope so. So that's the card you're going to be winning tonight, first card. So, yeah, Suki. We have got a cat trying to sneak in here. Can you see this? Suki, he can't get in.
Oh, sorry.
Jay's cat duty has failed tonight.
Well, I'm looking at
that was Suki. Normally you get Tommy. We have had Suki this evening. So, good. I'm going to get myself ready for card number 2. So this one is now a little bit more technical, which is good. Which is good. Lovely. So, what do I need? I need some lots of paper.
Some Stampin blends.
I do. I have got some fussy cutting going on. I've already gone ahead. Well, Jay has kindly gone ahead and already done the fussy cutting for me.
Surely that's 5 points.
Oh, actually, I say that you've gone ahead and done the fussy cutting for me, but I don't know where it is.
I gave it to you.
Oh, there it is. I panicked because I knew that Jay's fussy cutting would be so much more better than mine. So I have pre-done the sentiments. So you haven't got to watch me painfully fussy cut something live on camera. And Jay was going to do a much better job of it anyway. So what I've got here, I'm going to move. I'm going to need that stamp set now. No Suki.
Suki, come on.
I'm looking for the stamp, but it might be the fact that it's right here. Does anyone? Is it? I'm sure everybody does that. You look for something and it is actually right in front of you. What is it? One of our friends says, if you can't find something, look to your left because it's probably where it is. Where on my case it's to the right. So
Beyonce says to the left.
To the left. To the left. To the left. I do need that one as well. Actually, I may need that. I'm just going to clean up my sentiment because that's a little bit dirty. So good. On this one here then, I am going to be taking myself some of, I think I'm going to be using this paper here this evening, so which is the back side. It's why I can't believe I'm going to be not using this side right here, which is, and this is the last bit of this paper we have got remaining. I know, it's shocking, but I think I'm actually going to use this side. I'm going to use soft succulents, and I am going to use Fresh Freesia cardstock. I'm going to cut this, so you'll be able to make 2 cards from one sheet of paper on this one. I'm going to cut this first here in half at 10.5 centimeters. Start again. 10.5 centimeters, which is 4 1/8 of an inch. So therefore, you've got your 2 pieces. pop one to one side, and then I'm gonna then just take this one down to 11.5 inches, which is 29.2 centimeters. Okay, it's just easier. And then we are going to score. So where did I put my piece of paper? I've written all the measurements out, and you know what? And I can't find it now.
I didn't move it.
Did anyone see where it went?
Oh, Suki. Was it on a post-it?
It's on a post-it, and it's got it's got a load of measurements on it.
Tommy, are you sitting on it?
Oh, yeah, did he? Because he sat on everything earlier on.
Yeah, he did.
No. Okay, I'm gonna have to work out all my measurements again, because.
What's in there?
Yeah, can you put her down a bit? Okay. All right. I will have to work out all the measurements for you again live on camera. So I'm going to score this in half here at...
That one.
That's the one I'm after. That's it. Thank you very much.
Yay! He took it. He's using it. Mandy.
That's sneaky. It was right by the side of me as well. On my left hand side. To the left, to the left.
You have to listen to Beyonce.
So I've got this here, so which to start again, which is 10.5 by 29.2, which is 11.5 by 4 1/8, and I'm going to score this at 5 3/4 of an inch, which is in half, which is 14.6, and then again I'm going to score this at 7 1/4, which is 18.4. Okay. Which is that one. I have got myself a bit of soft succulents, and I want this to be 3 7/8. So actually, can I? Yay! Did you award that a point?
Thank you.
I would allow it. 3 so I'm going to cut a piece down to 3 7/8. So I've grabbed a bit of scrap paper so I can get both pieces in here. So 3 7/8 of an inch, and then I'm going to take 1 to 1 1/4, and then the other one is going to be 3 7/8 of an inch. So take that off right there. We really need to change our blade. I keep saying that every week. Do we have any nail files around, Jay? I don't want one actually. No, it's a fine. That's all right. I'm all right with the scissors.
Is it in
I know, but people keep saying that or use a nail file, but a nail file isn't something which we.
I thought we had.
No, I gave to 2 nail files which we had, which were in a swaps to Mum.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because we don't use nail files, so. And that's going to go on like this. So if you haven't got nail files like us, and you need to give your paper a haircut, then you can just go round. Or alternatively, don't let your blade get as blunt as ours and change it. And that's going to go on like that there. Then with the designer series paper, I'm going to take this designer series bit of paper right here, and I'm going to then pop this in. So I'm going to have this side here first. So I need to cut this to 3 3/4. So I'm actually going to take that to 4 because I want to take a little bit of this white off because I want a bit more of the pale papaya sneaking in. So I've done it that way, and then I would then take that down to 3 3/4 that way. By 3 7/8. And then that's going to then... Oh, no, I've obviously marked that up wrong, didn't I? I've got that one correct. Where's my measurements? Okay, so that's 3 7/8, so I need to take that down to 3 3/4. That way. That's it. I needed just to take a little bit more off. So it's 3 7/8 by 3 3/4, and then that's going to go on like that, and then that can go like that. And then with this one, we can then do the same. We can then take a little bit off this side here for a spine. So I'm going to take this one here to let's do it. I'm going to do it this way here. So I'm going to say it flows with the pattern going on like this. So I'm going to have this to 1 1/8 of an inch. Yep, and by 3 3/4.
It works.
Does that work as well? Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then that is going to go on like that. So we have Jay's just tested something here, which is the. Let's see if it works on this. Which is the eraser. Here, so it's kind of
pushes it back in.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually take it.
Doesn't
off.
actually take it off, but it's kind of smooths the edges out.
The edges.
So if you've got one of these glue erasers and you get furry edges, that's looks.
We also have this one, which is a stand.
Which is a sand eraser.
Does not work, I don't know.
I haven't really got anything to test it on that one. Let's have a little look. Okay, so sand eraser.
You'd think that would work more than that.
Because that's more abrasive, isn't it? No, I kind of quite like the idea of the.
Yeah, it pushes it down under. I
Yeah.
think, that one. Thank you, Jackie.
Oh, was that a hint from somebody else?
Yeah, Jackie Elliott.
See, Jay was. I thought Jay was going to take all the credit, and I didn't.
No.
I wouldn't have known Jackie if we hadn't said. I thought it was Jay's idea.
No, I said.
Thank you, Jackie.
I said I'll try it. Yeah, Jackie Elliott. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Your glue eraser would also help with fuzzy edges. So I've got that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that one to that one, and I'm going to stick this one to this one here. Oh, I'm going to cover up this lovely paper. And you know what? Get the glue on it. I can't worry about it too much. But both sides of the paper is lovely. Suki, you're determined to get on me tonight, aren't you? Suki, no. She's right by the side of me. If everything goes flying in a moment, it's because she will make a dart for it and run onto the table. So this is it's a fold which I've seen. I think it's called a bookbinding fold card. I was thinking, oh, I'll do it for Fun Fold Friday, but I thought, no, I will do it tonight. Because I want to try it, and I think it worked. The idea I had, I think, worked quite nicely. So that's that. And then I now need to decide if I want to use some ribbon. No, Suki.
Angelina also mentioned about the ruler. He liked the ruler. What is the roll for?
Can you see down here? Somebody is sneaking on down here again. So Suki, no. I need to decide what thing I want. Can you come and take Suki, Joe? Because she is
Come on.
battling to try and get on the table.
She was with me, and then I helped you with the post-it. So she left me. Come on.
And then I just now need to decide what ribbon I want to go around this. So I'm going to stick these two pieces to this, and then I'll decide on the ribbon. So what ribbon do you think would look nice going around this?
Evening.
Do you think evening evergreen?
Yeah.
So we'll have a little look. You have got 5 colours to choose from. So that's gone on like that. So this is going to get basically wrapped around this part. So we've got the fresh freesia, which is going to go around this part here. Okay. We have got pale papaya, which is going to go around that one. What I do think Jay may be correct with soft succulent goes round like that. Polished pink, oh, that might work quite nicely just to give that real hint of colour. Polished pink, or we have got, see, I do think the last one here, Evening Evergreen, might be the winner because it's going to be nice and bold and it's going to stand out quite nicely. It's like that. So what the idea is, it's going to go round like this. Let's see. Let's see how well I can tie a bow for you tonight. I think I can take this off. If we decide on another colour, I can take this off. It's not a problem, but I want to show you what the plan is. So I'm going to go round. I'm going to like that, and I'm going to attempt he says it's going to attempt to tie a bow. So I hope you're all going to agree that it's going to be Evening Evergreen. I know I just said I can change it, but
it's going to get hidden, isn't it?
oh no, it popped itself open. I obviously didn't tie that bow very well, did I?
Okay. There's lots of different ones. Papaya, polished pink, Evening Evergreen, polished pink, Evening Evergreen. Ooh. I need the tally.
Oh.
Because you gave them 5 options.
I did. I don't even think I can tie a bow for you tonight. I'm going more fingers and thumbs. I think I need to. Because I think I need to link it at the bottom, don't I?
Ooh, green and purple is a great Scottish combination, Jan says. I think Evening Evergreen is got 5.
Evening
so
Evergreen.
You.
And then, yeah, no, that's it. I'm tying. Why can't I tie a bow tonight? I'm going completely. I do need to tie a knot in the middle, don't I?
Can I suggest?
You can suggest something, Jay.
Why don't you just do a band and then tie a knot in the middle?
I can do that as well.
Because it's gonna get hidden, I'm guessing.
The back side
The
is,
back
yes.
side, yeah. So you can just
Let's
do faux bow or a faux.
I can do a faux bow, or I can tie a real bow like that. That's it.
Jackie, I'm feeling your pain.
I know. Could you feel? You could start laughing. Oh my god! I forgot to actually knot it. How many of you are actually screaming at the camera, going, "Knot it, you knot"?
Carrot and use tweezers to hold the first knot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to use my.
I've got an upside. See, this is why I don't play with this one thing. I've got an upside down bone now, haven't I?
But it doesn't matter.
I'm going to do Jay's thingy.
Most of my bow is sideways. Ooh, locking tweezers. I think you have that.
I have seen somebody do that recently, and I thought, oh, that's a good idea.
Do you have one?
We do. I think it's these ones right here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try it again. Let's see if I can teach you all how to tie a bow.
Or teach yourself.
I'll teach myself. I go through stages where sometimes I can tie a bow perfectly, but quite quickly. And because I haven't tied a bow for such a long time, I don't feel. Oh my word! I shouldn't have done this. Do you ever start something and then regret it very, very quickly? Go and say, why?
Yvonne said put a blue dot in it.
Yeah, you know what? It's going to go like that. I'm going to have a twisted bow. Let's try this and see. I'm alright with tying a bow, but it's when I want to tie a bow to a card like this, I can't do it. And that tweezer thing has saved the day. I can tie bows, I can. I just can't tie them to cards. How many thumbs down we're going to get now in the video? So like, oh my god, he can't tie a bow.
Easy peasy.
That's that. You know what? I will manipulate that afterwards, but we're going to just snip that off and snip that off there. See, I'm going to prove I can tie a bow very, very easily. No problem with tying a bow. Really, really tiny bows. No problem there. But, yeah. Hey ho, I've spent too much time on that. And I've still got the most complicated part to come. So that's that, and we can manipulate as we go. That's fine. So that's those ones. So that's in place right here. And then what I'm going to do is then we'll fold this over.
Oh wow, thank you, Betty.
Oh, thank you so much, Betty. I've lost my bone folder now. And then we will then just bone fold that in. And then what we're going to do is we can then fold that back on itself. And we will stick this all down. So we're going to cover up now, like Jay said, we're going to cover up this part. So pop some glue on here.
Yvonne reminded me of it.
What, the tweezers?
with the glue dot.
Oh right,
The
okay.
glue you said.
Yeah.
I just overheard you.
So it's kind of like it's a bookbinding element. So you can see there because it now looks like you've got the spine of your book, which then opens up like that. Okay. So that is how it is. I'm still not happy with that knot, but the good thing is though I can I can still untie this because everything's going to be done behind, and I can still manipulate this. I'm not happy with my tails. That's it. I think we've got the tails where I want them to be now. And that's that. Okay, so
I think that looks nice.
and there we have that. So we can either just go ahead, you can leave this quite straightforward, and you can then stamp a sentiment down,
wow, thank you, Janice.
down the bottom down here. Thank you very much, Janice. And that can go down the bottom down here, and again you've got quite a nice card with your paper is doing the hard work for you. But what I want to do is I want to now die cut the element out. So I'm going to take my dies and I'm going to take the large element here, and we'll see if this works. So we'll make a decision on what way around we want to do it. But I'm just going to die cut. So I've got my big Suki here, so the Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine, and I'm going to, I think all your donations tonight I'm going to put towards bow tying lessons.
Are you going to pay me? Up to you. No, okay.
And I'm just going to run this through. I know that when I've done I've done a Christmas video, box video a couple of years ago. I don't know, before I actually finally got it where I wanted it to be. I think I did take quite a few takes. So you may be wondering why I'm running this through backwards and forwards quite a few times. It's because it's a very intricate die, and I want to make sure the more I run it through, the more I'm going to know that it's cut. The machine does cut quite well anyway first time round, but just do it a couple of times, it just helps it and makes the next part so much easier. Which you grab your brush, your mat, pop your die down, and then just poke everything out, and everything falls out relatively easily. There'll probably be a few stragglers, but it comes out. There's always a couple in there which take their time, which don't want to release. And if you, I think I said this last time I used this die, if you can do it with keeping the die in place, it just stops the buckling. But if it does buckle, it's not a problem. You just need to be careful that you don't push too hard, because when I've done it once, I did actually push this whole element out. So that's that. Then what I want to do is I want to grab the stamp sets. And I'm going to take this large one, and I am going to do this in Polish Pink, I think. Actually, I've already got this one. He says, I've already got one in Polish Pink, so I'm going to see whether or not I like it in Polish Pink first before, if I need to do another one. So I would have stamped that and then die cut that out, and then that's going to basically go over and underneath. So it's a good way of then adding the colour underneath. And then I have got some in the pale papaya, which can go underneath like that. And then the one which I do need to actually stamp and die cut out is the leaves. So all I would have done is you've got the stamp here, stamp it down, run it through your machine and die cut it. But being that I've already got them, I will leave them as it is. And I am going to take, I think this, I'm going to try one in soft succulent, and I'm also going to try one in the evening evergreen, and we will make a decision on what one we like. So I'm going to stamp these here, evening evergreen. I need my scrub. See, my bow tying has delayed me now. I'm keeping you longer than you'd like to be. That one right there. We'll see what colour we like. And I'll take the small one. And I know somewhere on the table I think is the die cuts, and I don't know where they've gone, where they've disappeared to. So I can see one, but I don't think it is.
What are you after?
I don't think it is mine. I don't know where I put it.
What are you after?
The fussy cut which you did.
You picked it up earlier, didn't you?
I did. It's buried here somewhere. Now you're getting an idea of why I like to be a tidier crafter. I can't. I found it. It flusters me when I'm in a mess. Whereas Jay likes to craft in a mess and yeah, confine things. Whereas I can't. So that's that. So I've got those two pieces done right there. So what I want to do is I then just want to then run this through the die cutting machine. So I will grab my elements here.
Karen said, to the left, Barry.
To the left. You know what?
Was it?
It was to my left. So if you can never find anything, look to your left first.
Yeah, and Nita said to the left, look to your left.
So I'm going to take these two here, and then I am going to then just die cut these two bits out. So this is where the mini machine will come in handy for these tiny bits right here, but I've got the larger machine is what I've got. And in we go. So we've got one of each of or one of this and one of this. Actually, that just moved. And we cut those out. I may use both colours actually, so a darker and a lighter one, because I only need two of them. Okay, and then we will then pop that one is going to then go and cut underneath that one just to act as a colour, and then that one there will then do exactly the same for that one over here. Okay, so all I'm going to do on this is I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue. I'm not going to worry about this being too stuck down, but as long as I have got some glue here, so I'll do one at a time. And just pop some glue on the larger elements. Like this. And then we can then just stick that down. And it's not designed to be a perfect fit, but it just acts quite nicely. I think it goes behind quite nicely, and then it still shines through. So it's another way of using these right there. And then I can then do exactly the same with the rose. So pop some on your larger elements. This hasn't got as many larger elements on it, so it's going to be you need to be a little bit less. You need to not put as much glue down. Just hold it in place just to let that set up a little bit. Okay, and then the same thing goes for the petals. So I have a little bit here. Just kind of down the spine of that one, and one down there. And it can go over the top. Oh, Peter's Stella birthday, yes, we're looking forward to playing with Stella birthday. I think Jay done some amazing colouring with that one recently. So that's in there, and then we just use the other one just so we've got two lots of green. So we've got all of the greens, and we will then just pop a little bit of glue on this. And then because then we've got a nice solid surface, we can quite easily then stick this down with some dimensionals and stick it to the card. So that's there. And then the other bits, which we have got then the bits shining through, is then which is then going to shine through with the. You're going to see the designer series paper underneath it. So we're going to just take our dimensionals again here, and then we can then pop these dimensionals on the back of this. So we are actually nearly finished because you haven't actually got to watch me fussy cut because Jay has kindly done that for me. So we're going to do that. Now see, that's a little bit too small, so which is now when your mini dimensionals come in handy for your smaller pieces. Okay, and I'll just pop one in the middle there, and one there, and one there, and one there. Alright, so just go ahead and take your dimensionals off here now, and again, this is why we pop the lines on our dimensional backing papers, because it is easily identifiable what ones we have taken the backing papers off, especially when you are using a few like I have done. I cut my fingernails this morning, and I know Jay's going to say use your pick tool.
That's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for, but you know what? I just can't do it.
Pierce it.
See, I can't. Oh no, okay. Okay, alright. I sussed it. But I've got them stuck to that side.
No, look at you missed a spot.
Where? What there? Alright, and now I just need to decide on where I want to pop that. So because I've got some of this polished pink down here, I'm not going to pop that one down. So I'm going to try and go opposites and have the polished pink more at the top. And then there we go. So that's going to then just stick down like that. Okay, and then we have got the lovely piece which Jay fussy cut out for me, so I'm going to just pop some of these mini dimensionals here. So this is just the thanks which comes with the set, and it's a good size to get some dimensionals, mini dimensionals across it. Oh, okay, it is actually easier, Jay, isn't it?
Yeah, you can build up the backing, but then it gets to a point where you have to.
And then that can then go on the bottom down here, like that. Yeah, I know, it's me that's been a real mess tonight, and I can't believe Jay's just gonna say, I need to start clearing, so he can come and sit over here. And there we have it. So that there is the bookbinding fold. Obviously, what you can do is you can pop some basic white on the inside here, but I think that there is just a nice little design. It's one which I've seen flying around a few times, but I've not made it, and I thought it was a perfect one for this floral element right here. And that's that there. So I have added I have double D'd it, so we've got a double dimension there. And there we have it. Oh, and just drop it. Do you like something different? So we have 2 cards. 2 very different cards, I think, tonight. Right there.
The colours look...
yeah, I'm happy with my colour combination on that as well. So I think that's good. So I hope you've enjoyed that. So we're going to pick a winner for this first card here. If you would like to win this one, you just need to come back in afterwards and pop a link down below where you would normally comment on a non-live video. So that's where you just need to do it if you want to have a chance of winning that one. But if you have popped a comment in the live feed tonight, then this is the one we are going to be picking for you right now. So I think Jay's going to come over and he is going to show you something maybe, whilst I just pull up all of the names here and get everyone ready.
Yes. So this one, just a couple of things, cards. So if you haven't seen Barry's Funfold Friday, so this was the, what's it called, Barry?
This is an impossible card.
Yes, and it fits
which isn't impossible to make.
A6 card. And when I picked it up, I was like, ooh, that's quite an interesting layout as well. So you can use that as a layout thing and how you can stand it up. I was just trying to think of different things to do it with it, but it's with the Beauty of the Earth suite. And yes, if you want to see how that was made, check out the channel and Barry's Funfold Friday video series. And that's what, you said 16th?
I think, I want to say, yeah, I can't remember how many I've done
Amazing.
now, but I know I've done quite a few of them now. Yeah. So, and I really enjoy making them for you as well, which is because I get to actually do some stuff I've always wanted to do.
And that suite is actually our Global Creative Project tutorial bundle theme. It's on the website now, so it's available to purchase with 12 videos and PDF. Barry's Casually Crafting Project using the ephemera hexagon window and colored the back of the gold what's it called? That stalk?
Yes.
Spotty stalk. And then linen thread. It's tic-tac-toe at Casually Crafting. So if you love doing challenges or tic-tac-toes, check it out, and you'll see which 3 elements Barry used. And a sneak peek of what's coming up. Stamp Review Crew. This is my card. It's actually artistically inked in a few hours time, and this is what I created. So that's a sneak peek, but well, it's kind of like long now. But that's using the background stamp from Artistically Inked.
Good. So I really like. I love this one. I think it's really nice. But I'm not.
Yeah, that's like my casual card.
Can we show it a bit more?
Yeah.
I just seen what obviously he's done. Can you just see this like watermark shadow which you've got on there with the thanks behind as well? I think that's really clever how you've done that. yeah, that's the biggest wish and the sentiment from the Artistically
Yeah.
Because the 2 stamp sets like this solid line. So you're getting a real good sneak peek now. What, this is going live tonight on the blog, is it?
Yeah, at 2 a.m.
2 a.m. for us. This is going live, so you'll be able to see proper pictures of this again. But I just think this is absolutely stunning. Really, really nice. And that's using that stamp right here, and obviously the thanks, and then from the biggest
And
wish.
it's kind of like the way that I did the border, because I inked up the last Wednesday's demonstration with the evening evergreen card.
Lovely. So is there any
Cool.
last minute names you can just see there at a glance?
Ooh, Debbie.
That's right, I can add
Yeah,
now.
you can add. Yeah,
Debbie where?
Debbie Maves. I don't think I've add. And I think everyone is in.
Yeah.
So thank you so much,
Debbie,
everyone.
you are the last name which we need to pop in. We will see. Yeah, you didn't, because it's gone up to 49 of you tonight.
Wow.
So let's go over to the screen. So that's that. So if you want to get ready, so good luck everyone.
Good luck everyone. Fingers crossed for everyone. Linda.
Well done, Linda. That card is going to be working its way
Congratulations.
over to you, so you know the drill. Message us, Barry and Jay at Mitosu Crafts, with your details, and we will pop that in the post to you as soon as possible.
Yes.
So well done, Linda. You have won that card right there.
I do love that card.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that one. I'm happy with how that one turned out.
And yes, our customers will be receiving this design cards for this month as well, because this one was on the demonstrator training blog hop with Kylie and Bruno, which they are doing. So we blogged that last Tuesday, and any of our customers who do use the host code as well and shop on our online shop will receive a handmade card, the same design as that next month.
Yes, so that's it. So good. So if you would like to win this one right here, come back and pop a comment down below in the description after this live. Yeah, and you will be in a draw to win that card on Wednesday.
Oh, yes.
I think that's it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, we will say good night. Sorry for waffling on for an hour and 20 minutes, but we will see you on Wednesday, same time, same place.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Thank
everyone.
you everyone for watching. Take care for now.
Stay
Bye-bye.
safe. Bye.
Bye.